What's up guys, Ben here and welcome to Motivation to Invest. Celebrities are famous for their loyal fan base, high income and big spending lifestyles. But for many of them, this can be their downfall. As Biggie Smalls used to say, more money can equal more problems.
Look at all the actors, all the athletes, all the movie stars that you've seen that made more money than God and now they're bankrupt. Because they made money and income working, but they never figured out how to make money work for them while they slept. They never made money their slave. So if you look at like 50 Cent, he made $100 million on vitamin water. Someone gave him a tip and he went bankrupt. Or right now, I don't know if it's really gonna happen, but the newspapers are speculating now, Johnny Depp is going through this divorce. He made $750 million, $750 million, and they're saying he may go bankrupt now because he's gonna have to give up half in his cash position, and he spends $30,000 a month on wine, and he took Hunter Thompson, the reporter, and burned his body and paid $3 million to blow his ashes into the atmosphere. So you can mess up no matter what you do, or you can take a small amount of money and just consistently invest it, and you'll get where you want to be financially.
However, there is an exception to this rule. Whereas most hip-hop artists choose to flex and stunt by spending massive amounts of their cash on chains, cars, and even jets, some other hip-hop artists choose to invest that money first into businesses and projects and then spend the interest on chains, cars, and jets. Most notably is Jay-Z, who became hip-hop's first ever billionaire back in 2019. Jay-Z may have 99 problems, but investing isn't one. Sorry, I had to do that. So in this video, I'm going to reveal Jay-Z's top 7 investments which made him a billionaire. So without further ado, let's dive in.
Coming in, flex, I just wanna win.
Welcome back guys to Motivation to Invest. Before we get started, go ahead, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. That allows us to continue creating more great content like this for you guys. In addition, if you would like more investing tips and exclusive stock market picks, which I personally have invested into, then you should definitely subscribe to this channel. Be sure to turn the notification bell on, that way you'll get notified when I release future stock picks. With that being said, let's get into the video. Jay-Z, who became hip-hop's first billionaire in 2019. Yet despite this, some rappers which have sold way more records actually have a lower net worth. From Eminem, who has a net worth of $200 million, to 50 Cent, who actually went bankrupt. So why is this? Well, the main reason is that many of these other rappers and hip-hop artists don't invest effectively. Very rarely do you see other rappers in a dual interview with the great Warren Buffett, the world's greatest investor of all time.
Well, Warren, you said you wouldn't want to compete against Jay. What advice would you...
He's super duper joking.
What advice would you have for a man who's succeeded in a business where it's often short-lived, being convulsed? How do you like to businesses where you say there's a moat, where the competitors can't get you? What advice would you give on Jay building moats?
Well, he's building moats, all the time. Obviously, and that's why he's succeeding, even though he's moved beyond the age that you normally associate his field with. So, the best moat you can have is your own talent. They can't take it away from you. Inflation can't take it from you. Right. Taxes can't take it from you. So, when I talk to students, I see these students and I tell them, you're $1 million asset. I would pay you $100,000 the MBAs for 10% of the earnings for the rest of your life. So that makes you $1 million asset. Now, if you can do something to increase that value 50%, if you can learn to communicate better verbally or in written form, and you become 50% more, that's $500,000 just by improving yourself. Nobody can take that away from you.
So which companies has Jay-Z invested into? Jay-Z has invested into a variety of companies, from clothing to liquor, cosmetics, and even a jet rental startup. One of Jay-Z's first investments and entrepreneurial ventures was in his own fashion brand, Rockaway, which he started in 1999. The brand makes a variety of products, from aftershave to jeans and sweat tops. Rockaway was a major success during the early 2000s and was bringing in over $700 million annually. Jay-Z then sold the fashion label to Iconics for $204 million cash in 2007. Iconics brand group is basically a company which buys the rights to other brand labels such as New York and Echo. Despite Jay-Z selling the fashion label, he still has a stake in the operating company, although I haven't seen anyone wearing Rockaway since the early 2000s. What do you think about Rockaway? Let me know in the comments below. One of the greatest investments Jay-Z has made is arguably in Uber, the popular ride-sharing service which disrupted the taxi industry. In 2013, as Uber was gaining major traction, Jay-Z invested $2 million into the company. He even tried to wire the founder of Uber an extra $3 million to secure himself a larger position in the company. It was an old trick, but unfortunately it didn't pay off. Uber politely declined, but respected his enthusiasm. This sums up Jay-Z's investment style. When he spots an opportunity, he goes in hard. Today, that $2 million investment is now worth over $70 million, which is approximately 35 times his original investment. If the Uber founders would have accepted that extra $3 million sent over, this would add an extra $100 million onto his net worth. After this investment, Jay-Z decided to invest into another ride-sharing service, but this time he went bigger with private jets. JetSmart is the Uber of private jets, which allows anyone to rent a luxurious private jet for a journey. This service is very popular with rappers who want to flex on a jet they don't own. In 2013, Jay-Z invested an undisclosed amount into the billion-dollar private jet company. So how does the app work? Well, the JetSmart app is actually free, but to stay a member, it costs you some big bucks. For example, you must pay $15,000 just to sign up, and then an annual fee of over $11,500. Jay-Z has been involved in the luxury drinks industry for many years. He even developed his own brand of cognac called Douce and partnered with the popular drinks giant Bacardi. Douce is fast gaining popularity and is stocked in thousands of US stores. Selling over 200,000 cases a year, this has been a great investment for Jay-Z. Following the success of this cognac, Jay-Z went on to purchase the luxury champagne brand Armand-de-Briac for $200 million. Jay-Z showcased this brand many years before investing into this company, and it's even in many other rappers' music videos, such as the great Rick Ross. Many hip-hop artists get into the luxury drinks industry as they are famous for their bottle-popping lifestyle and wide network of loyal fans. This allows them to do completely passive influencer marketing. Due to this great marketing and the high profit margins of this luxury champagne, the champagne brand has now added over $310 million to Jay-Z's net worth. Despite the variety of investments Jay-Z has completed, he has not forgotten his musical roots, and he showed this by investing into the online music streaming service Tidal. Tidal was meant to be an artist-friendly service and is part owned by Jay-Z, his wife Beyonce, in addition to Kanye West and even Calvin Harris. Jay-Z bought Tidal for $56 million in 2015, going head-to-head with Spotify. Tidal is claimed to have over 3 million subscribers, although many of these claims have been disputed, in addition to its reported streaming numbers. One major controversy, which was like a tsunami for Tidal, was that the company was alleged to have faked over 300 million streams to inflate the sales of Kanye West and Beyonce's albums. But Jay-Z didn't let these media troubles bother him in 2017. He sold a 33% stake in Tidal to cell phone provider Sprint Corporation for a reported $200 million. Now that is 4 times his original investment. Moreover, as Jay-Z still has a stake in Tidal, this has added an extra $100 million to his net worth. Comment number 1 is art investments. This is one thing which can surprise many people about Jay-Z. But he is an avid art collector and also art investor, from Picasso to Andy Warhol. Drake actually pointed this out back in 2014, stating that Jay-Z can't drop bars without at least 4 art references. But Jay-Z doesn't just rap about art, he actually purchases the pieces at scale. Forbes estimate that Jay-Z's art collection is worth approximately $70 million. He actually spent over $4.5 million on a single art piece. This was the Basquiat's Mecca piece, which depicts the New York City skyline. Now, I'm not an art connoisseur, but personally this looks to me like it was drawn by a 5-year-old. But let me know in the comments below what you think, and if you would pay $4.5 million for this piece of art. However, the true value of art can come what someone else will pay for it, and Jay-Z understands this in depth. He raps in the story of OJ that he bought some art for $1 million, then 2 years later it was worth $2 million, and a few years later it was worth over $8 million. It's no wonder then that Jay-Z and his wife Beyonce actually shot the music video for one of their songs at the Louvre Museum in Paris. The power couple took over the French Museum, posing in front of the Mona Lisa, and stood on the Daru staircase. So there you have it, guys. That's Jay-Z's top 7 investments which made him a billionaire. Let me know your favourite in the comments below, and I will join in the discussion. So if you found this video informative, please smash that like button. That really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. And with that being said, I'll see you guys next time.
Coming in, flex. I just wanna win, LABB, who we running with, coming in, flex. I just wanna win,